All, welcome to today's video. So in today's video we will talk about the this keyword which we have used in our one of our previous programs when we were working with parameterized constructors. Okay, so what is this keyword which is used in Java? So in today's video we can look into all of these in detail and how we can implement it in a program. Now, talking about the this keyword, so in OOPS we have seen, or object oriented programming paradigm, we have talked about objects. So these objects basically they have different types of attributes which are associated to it. So it has an identity, name, a particular state and a behavior associated with it. Okay, so suppose I have this object, it will definitely have an identity, the state that it is in, and also the behavior in which that object will behave. Okay, so this keyword is now used in order to refer this particular object. Okay, so this we use it as a reference variable which is used in order to refer to this particular object. Okay, so there are several usages of this keyword and we will talk about this in our videos, but as of now today we have to understand that it is used to refer the current class instance variable. Okay, it is used to refer the current class instance variable, and if there is ambiguity between the instance variables and parameters, this keyword resolves the problem of ambiguity. So using this, there is no chance of ambiguity between the parameters and the instance variables, so there is no ambiguity involved. So before going to the actual usage of the this keyword, so let us first look into a particular program which do not use the this keyword. Okay, so which do not use the this keyword, and we will just see this with a small program. All right, so I'll go to the next page for this. So suppose I have a class which is known as, let's say, test this. Okay, test this. So test this is the class that I have created, and within this class I will be simply using an instance variable which is int I, and there I have a particular method which is void. Let's say we have a method whose name is to get value. Okay, get value, and within this method I am passing a particular value. Okay, so here I will be using the instance variable in order to store the value which is passed in this particular variable. Okay, so now I have a different method which will display this particular value. So I will use another method which is display, and within this I will be using system dot out dot print ln, and here I will be simply printing the value of I. Okay, so this is my class, and here I have two different methods, and I will close my class. Now for the final one to pass the value, I have to create a main method. Let's say class within another class which is, let's say, class A B C, and there I am calling the main method which is public static void main, and string arguments, and this is the bracket, and there I have opened the main method, and here I will now create an object of the test this class which is test this, and I'll use a particular object here. I mean create a particular object here, new test this. Okay, so this object has been created. Now what I'll do is I will simply get the value, I mean call the get value. So t dot get value, and I will pass the value as, let's say, 15. Okay, so now again I will call the next method which is there within the test this class. Okay, so when you're looking into this particular program, what you will see is I have created an object and I am passing the value 15 to the get value method of the object of test by using the object of the test this class. Okay, so this 15 value now gets passed on to this particular variable, and this variable value will be stored here, and finally it will be pointing to the instance variable. Okay, so it will be stored in the instance variable. So I value is now 15. So when I execute this particular program, what I am getting is I am getting it as 15. Okay, so output generated would be 15. This is because I have used separate instance variable as well as different parameter variable. Okay, different argument variable. So now what happens is here I am getting the output as 15. Now what is it? What happens is, now suppose this is the ideal scenario in which I am using. Now let me rub this off first. Okay, so that it becomes easier for us to understand. So now if, let's say, now if I have used the same variable name as the variable in which I am passing the argument, as I am passing the argument. Okay, so suppose I have to rub this, right? So suppose I am using int I here. Okay, int I here. Now what happens here is this particular value now will be replaced with I, right? So I is equal to I. Now what happens is it becomes a local variable instead of an instance variable which I have already declared outside. Okay, so it becomes a local variable. Now what is the value of this? So 15 will definitely be passed to I. Okay, and the I will be stored in I, but this particular I will come here and this will be stored in I, but this I now is not referring to this particular I. Okay, this will become a local variable. Okay, and it will stay within this particular method. So when the next method is called, which is void display, and I am printing the value of I. Okay, so this I will now be initialized to its default value, which is 0. Alright, so when I am executing this program, my output will become I is equal to 0, because the I here, okay, the I which I am using here is now no longer pointing to the I which is actually the instance variable. It will simply become a local variable, and its functionality will get over within this particular method. So whenever the value of I is printed, this I is basically referring to the instance variable which I have created, and since by default the constructor is initializing all the objects to its default value, which is 0, hence the output which will be generated here is 0. Okay, so this would happen if we do not use the this keyword. Okay, now how do we overcome this problem? Okay, so how do I overcome this problem? Now what I'll do is I will simply use the this keyword here. Okay, so when I'm doing this, let me rub this off for you. So what I'll do is I will use this dot I is equal to I. Okay, so when I'm doing this, when I'm using this dot I is equal to I, this will now be actually pointing to the reference variable. Okay, so this will now be pointing to the reference variable. So hence this I basically refers to this particular I that I have already given. Okay, so even though I am using the parameter as I, the argument variable as I, okay, so it will definitely be stored here first I, and after that, after getting the value, it will be stored in I. However, this I will now be referring to the instance variable which is declared. Now, so after the instance variable is stored with the value which I am getting, which is 15, this particular display method will now be giving me the answer as 15. Okay, so this keyword is basically a reference variable, and it is used in order to refer, as already mentioned, it will use to refer to the current class instance variable. So what is the current class instance variable here? In this case, this is the current class instance variable. Okay, now we also talked about that this keyword is basically a reference variable which will point to the object. Okay, now how do this keyword points to the object? I will use a different color for this so that we can identify it better. All right, so now how is this variable or this reference variable pointing to the object? Now what is this keyword doing here? This is basically pointing to the reference variable. This is basically pointing to the current class instance variable, right? And what is this current class instance variable doing? What is this current class instance variable doing? This is basically storing the value of the parameter which is passed from the main method. Okay, passed from the main method, passed from the main method to the get value method. And how are we doing this? We are basically creating an object of the class test this. Okay, we are creating an object of the class test this. Okay, now since I is referring to this particular instance variable, is referring to the current class instance variable, okay, and through this particular value we are actually accessing, or we are through this variable we are being able to access the value of this particular get value, right? So get value, again it is related to the object, right? Object creation. So hence this particular keyword is indirectly referring to this particular object. Okay, so this is how it works. You have to simply understand that the this keyword is simply used to refer to the current class instance variable, and if we are using the same instance variable and the parameter variable, then you have to understand that, or you are using the same argument variable as the argument as that of the instance variable. Whenever you use this, it no longer keeps the variable same name as the local variable, but it makes you to point to the instance variable here. We will also see this with a program, so that it becomes easier for us to understand. Okay, so this is all about this keyword. We will also talk about some other usage of this keyword in our next video. Okay, so in the next part of this video we will just look into how we can work with this keyword. Okay, thank you.